Hello everyone, welcome to this video. My name is Amza and today in this video we are going to be looking at relationship in Power Pivot. If you want to analyze multiple data sets accurately, then this video is for you. First thing first, we are going to enable the Power Pivot in Excel. So I want you to open your Excel, navigate to File, click on More, Options, click on Add-ins. You see this manage here, we're going to click on this icon right here, this button right here, and click come add-ins, then click go. Then we're going to check this Microsoft Office Power Pivot and we're going to click OK. That's how you can enable your Power Pivot in Excel. The next thing we are going to do is we are going to create two tables. One is the sales table and the other is the product table. So I want you to create two different sheets. The first sheet should name the first sheet the sales table. So let's type in sales. If you want to rename your sheet, you double click. It's going to highlight, then put in your name, which is product. So navigate to sales. Let's fill in our details for the sales table. We're going to have 4 columns. The order ID, the product ID, the quantity, and the sales amount. So let me arrange it properly. Now let's fill in the other details. Let's just put in random numbers. For the sales amount, let's add the dollar sign. So click 300, highlight down, navigate inside the home section, navigate to general, click general and click the currency. We are done with the sales details. So let's go to the product details. Navigate to your second sheet, which is the product detail. So the product detail is going to contain just 3 columns. You have the product ID, let's fill in the details. Let's bold it. Fill in the details. Let's give it a random name. Let's add the dollar sign, click and highlight down. We're going to drag it down. Under general, we're going to click the currency. So now guys, we are done filling in the details for the sales table and the details for the product table. So what are we going to do next? We are going to load this inside our pivots. So how are we going to do that? We are going to click on any cell on our data. We are in the sales table right now. We're going to click on any cells on our data. We're going to navigate up and click the power pivot. Click on it. You see this add to data model right here. We're going to click on it. So click on this and it is going to highlight the data is going to be showing the table for. So let's click on OK. So let's do the same for the products. So minimize, navigate to the products, click on any cell inside the data, navigate to the power pivots, click on add to data model and click OK. So now that this is out of the way, what are we going to do next? What we are going to do next, we are going to connect. If you notice, we have product ID in our products and the sales table. So since that is common, the product ID is common between these two tables, we are going to connect the product ID in sales and we're going to connect to the product ID in the product table. How are we going to do that? So we're going to navigate, we're going to minimize this, head back to our sales, we're going to navigate up to the power pivot, we're going to click on manage. It will bring up our table. So let's navigate up and click on diagram view, click on it. and it is going to show our table. You can see table 1 and table 2. So I want us to rename this table. Let's name this is sales. Let's just name it sales. So double click on this and name it sales. Click enter. I'm going to do the same for table 2. Double click and name it product. Click enter. So now that we are done naming these tables, what we are going to do is we are going to connect the product ID in sales to the product ID in product. So click and drag and point it to the product ID in product. And this is connected. The product ID in sales is connected to the product ID in product. Once we are done with this, we are going to click the cancel button. Now what we are going to do, we are going to create our pivot table using the relationship we just established. So how are we going to do that? So on our sales sheet right here, we're going to click on any cell where we want to insert our pivot table. So click on this. I click on A11. So I want us to navigate to insert. Click on pivot table and we're going to click from data model. So click on this. We have the new worksheet and the existing. Since we are displaying it right here, we're going to leave it that way. Click OK. The pivot table fits is displayed on our screen right here. So what we are going to do is we are going to click on this product name. We are going to drag it to the rows and click this sales. We are going to drag the sales amount to the values. And this is what is shown on our screen right here. Now, assuming we did not connect the product ID in our sales to the product ID in our product table, this is going to display wrong calculation. It's going to give inaccurate results. That is why the relationship in Power Pivot is very important, because using the relationship in Power Pivot, we enable you give accurate data. It will enable us give accurate data. So let's say, for example, now I want us to navigate to the Power Pivot up at the top. Let's click on manage. Let's click on diagram view. Now, if you notice, let me drag this over here. If you notice in our sales table, in our sales sheet, I want you to take note of this sum of sales amount right here. We have the 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, the grand total, right? For the products A, B, C, D, and E. Now, I want to remove this. I want to remove the relationship. I want to click on it. I want to click on it. Sorry, cancel. Click on it. I want you to hit the delete key. Now, do you want to permanently delete this relationship from the model? If I click delete from model, there's no more relationship between these two. There's no relationship between these two. And if we should navigate back to our sales sheet, you see relationship between tables may be needed. And guys, the sum of sales amount, it's changed. Before we were seeing 300, 400, now it's showing 2,500. It's giving inaccurate results. This shows that relationship in Power Pivot is very important. I don't know where it's getting this 2,500 from. I don't know where it's getting it from. It is displaying inaccurate results. So you can see how powerful the relationship in Power Pivot is. So if we should navigate back, we head back to our Power Pivot, we click on manage, and we form a relationship. We click on product ID, drag it down to product ID. After we have done that, we click on the cancel button. It changes back to the accurate result. You can see 300, 400, 500, and the total is 2,500. So this is how powerful the relationship in Power Pivot is. That's it for today's tutorial on Power Pivot. If you found this video helpful, please give a like and subscribe to the channel for more awesome Excel tips and tricks. Thank you.